Hello and welcome to Yamp. I'm gonna show you how to play this interesting game of dice. So first thing first, there's the link, you can click on it. You get 5 dice and up to 3 throws. So your goal is to collect as many points as possible in this game. You do this by filling up these empty spaces, all of these, as you go. Some of these spaces are initially locked, so these are the ones that are locked. We'll be discussing that later. There are 3 different parts of a single column. In each part, you will have a different approach in how to fill up those slots. In the first part, all you have to do is collect numbers as you throw the dice. So let's go right ahead and do it. You throw the dice and then you keep the selected number that you already decided without throwing it. So let's say I have decided to go for 4s. So I will select 4s and I will play it. This choice can change depending on what you receive during throws. So let's say if I got 3 6s, I would change to 6s. So instead let's just keep going, see what we get. There you go. And now we decide on what to fill. Once you fill the slot is filled and it can no longer be marked there, so I cannot play 4s there again. In the third part of the column, we're going to skip the second for now. In the third part of the column, there are certain combinations as determined by the letter in the row. We got K, we got F, P, and Y. K stands for Kenta, meaning straight. F stands for full house, or just full, shortly. P stands for poker. Y stands for yump, or jump, as we say it. You get a straight by collecting numbers in order. There are 2 possible combos: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next is full house. Full house is, or simply full house is getting 3 and 2 same numbers simultaneously. It doesn't matter which numbers they are. Once more, 3 same and 2 same numbers. 3 same and 2 same combo. At this point, this might look familiar to some of you, and yes, these combos are indeed from poker. Without further ado, next in line is poker. You get it by combining 4 same numbers on the dice, by acquiring those 4 numbers on the dice. And the last combo is Yamb. You get it by, you guessed it, collecting 5 same numbers. Let's go ahead and start and show these combinations. We're just gonna do this real quick. We'll try to get 1. This doesn't look very, yeah, this is a bad one. Try again. Doesn't want to give me luck, of course. There we go. This is a poker. And then you write the points here. Where was I? Right. In the middle part of this column, you rack up either most or least amount possible using dice. In maximum, you accumulate highest points possible by keeping only the dice with high number on them. In the minimum row, you store a minimal score possible by keeping only low numbers as you throw. So I'll just do a little example. Let's say we play minimum. So we keep the low numbers and we try to get more. These are pretty high. 13. Now I'll just briefly explain what all these columns represent. I'll talk about the second column first, since that's the one I use to show what different rows symbolize. The second column is called random. You fill up empty spaces as you wish, with all of them being available to you from the start. First column goes down as you fill up empty spaces, unlock slots, and progress in that line. So as you fill it up, it will go down, unlocking more slots. The third column is the opposite. More empty spaces come up as you fill it up. So if I would get Yamb here, 5 same, then I would go up. It's the same thing. The last column is a bit tricky. After the first throw, in case you decide to play it, you select an opening in that column and click on it. This will lock that turn's throws to that specific space, and it will only be possible to play that slot during that turn. So right now I'm only allowed to play 2s that I called. Once you finish, you fill in the result and you get the points whichever there are possible during the turn. So generally you want to use this column only when you have guaranteed success in that field, or you have determined you're in an advantageous position. Last column is called announcing column, or a call. The game would be matching a popular dice game called Yahtzee. I'm sure some of you have played it on Facebook or elsewhere. Here comes the beauty of Yamb though. Thanks to having different columns, unlike Yahtzee, which only has one, and it's completely dependent on luck, first and foremost, Yamb or jump is a mix of tactics and luck. You probably wonder, why would I play this game? It looks very boring and easy. It's actually a deceptively complex game which seemingly depends solely on luck, but ends up with you crushing opponents more often than they crush you, whenever masterful orchestration is there. Your strategy is using your given fortuity in conjunction with clever and careful maneuvering between scoring high points and progressing lines as quickly as possible. So right now I'm gonna show you one simple game of Yamb, and hopefully you will check this game out. Alright, let's see what's up. Let's get some points. 3 points. Now let's get some 5s. Let's keep going. Not the best. Let's take it here. This looks like a very good minimum. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select low numbers and we're gonna call minimum, or announce minimum in English. So this way we are forced to play minimum. However, it's a very good advantageous situation and there won't be much issue here unless you get very unlucky. 4 is not the best, but it's alright. Let's take a couple more of these. Why not play this one as well? Why not? All right. There you go. So once you finish up the game, you will get your score. Let's call this one. All right, we got a lucky straight. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna call it. Let's announce threes. Let's try to get full, but I will not announce it. I'll just play it as it is. Let's see what happens. There we go. Oh, I skipped one thing. Right, so in the middle of the column, I did explain the minimum and the maximum, but I haven't mentioned. Now comes some math. So maximum gets subtracted by minimum, and the difference is multiplied by the number written on top of that same column in ones. Well, let me repeat again. So maximum is subtracted by minimum, and then the difference is multiplied by ones. So let's say we call ones whatever number that is over here, we will get multiplied by the difference between these two numbers. So 26 minus 10 is 16 times 2, 32. Don't worry, you don't have to actually count anything. I just wanted to explain to you so you know how math works in this game. So the game does it for you, you don't have to actually think. All you have to worry about is getting as many points as possible using whatever luck comes your way during this one round. So let's play a few more rounds. Looks bad. So what you can do, this is a little tip, is you can always cross the third line. And the reason you want to cross the third line, usually early, is because Yamb is very difficult to get. So you want to cross it so you can progress up and get to the upper parts of the column faster. That's one of the most basic tricks, most basic tactics you can do in Yamb to progress with your with your game faster than your opponent will, because your opponent will usually just continue trying to get as many points as possible, and he will usually almost always forget about progress. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do the good way to play this game. Interesting. The dice are not very fortunate today. So a couple of rules. Once you get 60 points, you get bonus points. There are other rules, but we won't mention. There are other bonus things, but I won't mention them in this video. In the next video, I'll talk about bonus points and blah 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 blah. So right now we're just gonna finish the game. Nice. There you go. And if anyone played the game or will try to play in the game, let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching, and see you hopefully soon.